So alright, in this video I'm going to tell you how you can achieve 80% of the results with putting only 20% of your efforts. So if you don't believe me, this is the universal truth, because many people that I have talked to live in this principle, and they have made it there as the whole life principle. Alright, so what they do, some people live by the principle that they make, because my principle is be the fastest one, be the fastest and first one to do it. And second principle is to copy the other principle and implement it into your knowledge. And the third principle is knowing in the third way. All right, so today I met this guy. He told me about 80% of the results are you get is by putting 20% of your efforts. So it got me thinking. There are many people who give advices like you can achieve 80% of the result by putting 20% of the efforts, but how do you really implement this thing? All right, how do you really implement this thing? I really think about this, and it struck in my mind that this is how you can do it. I did some hit and trial methods, and this is the best way you can do it. You can implement this method. All right, so 80% of all right. So if you want to achieve 80% of the results with only 20% of your effort, you need to put in the most important task that give you ROI via return on investment on both time and energy. When you put, because when you're putting 20% of efforts and getting 80% of results, when you see people do it like this, you wonder how they do it like this. So there's no secret sauce to it, there's no anything else. The only thing difference between you and them is that they know how to implement that 80-20 rule, and you don't know, and that's why you feel left behind like me. So how do you actually implement this? To implement this, there are some steps you need to follow. All right, so what I need you to do is, if you have a goal, all right, if you have a goal, I need you to, if you have a goal, I need you to write it down, and write down the task that you would need to achieve that goal. Just like content creation, to achieve content creation, I would have to actually post content. I would actually have to say confidently in front of the camera. I actually have to edit videos. I have to speak confidently in front of the camera, and many more things, graphic design, etc. So these are one of the main things that you need to. What I need you to do is take a sheet of paper, write down the goal what you need to achieve, write down the task, and what I need you to do. This is the most important part, so listen very closely. What I need you to do next is, when you have wrote down the task that you need to achieve that goal, you have break down it into systems. You break it down into systems. All right, now when you wrote down the task, you have already break down it into systems. Now I want you to rearrange the tasks. I need you to rearrange the task that will most likely give you ROI, return on investment, on both time and energy. By doing this, you are also being productive. Also, one thing there is to say that you are actually see if you are being productive or not. You need to do one thing. First, you need to view from your perspective that if you are being actually productive, have you actually been doing like any work? For me, productivity is that I post 2 videos on YouTube and actually study for my exams, and also watch content and write scripts. So for me, this is my productivity. But the thing is, You need to view it from others perspective, like a audience broader perspective, because if you not view it from the audience perspective, then you are gonna feel that you are the most productive person in the world, and in reality you are actually doing nothing. Just like giving your energy to multiple tasks a day, you're also making paneer, you're also making chicken, well, none of them at the end of the day is gonna taste good. While you focus on one thing, focus on entirely one thing, and that then you make it all right. So what I need you to do is, you wrote down the task that you need, rearrange the task with the highest ROI on time and energy, and the most priority task that you need, all right. So to create content, let's say to create content, what I need to do, what I need to be good at. If I need to be good at lightning, then lightning would be no matter. Lightning is really, I am thinking for beginners. You think you may need a new camera, but the thing is, you need to rearrange the list of what you want to do. For me, the most important thing in content creation, if I want to achieve 80% of the results in content creation, first is speaking confidently in front of the camera, be good in video editing, and have a marvelous script. These three are my main focuses as being content creator, so I can get the 80% of the results with my 20% of the efforts. Many people, what they do is they focus their 100% of the efforts on 10% results. Many people do wrong here. If there are 10 tasks to do, and let's take it, if there are 10 tasks to do and each task is valued at 10%, alright. No, each task is not valued at 10%. Two tasks are valued at 40%, alright. Out of 10, two tasks are valued at 40%, and the other 8 tasks are valued at, altogether the other 8 tasks are 20%. The most probably mistake you are gonna do is pick up those 8 tasks and try to do it. Now what you're doing wrong is, you are putting 80% of your effort to achieve 20% of that goal, of that task. But instead, if you pick the right one, yeah, this is the one that I need to spend my energy on, when you put 10% effort on that task that was worth 40% results, then you get it. When the second task was worth 40% of the results and 10% of your effort, and then you got it. So you got 80% of the work done, hands results, while also maintaining your 20% of efforts. Why this is important? It saves your time, it improves your efficiency, you have other things to do, all right. Mainly it saves many time, and it's something that it's called being really productive. This cheat code that I just told you, it's called being productive, being really productive. And there are also another productive thing that you can do is choosing something that includes other skills. Like, if I'm creating content, to create content I would need content, I need to learn content writing. Alright, to create content I would require video editing. To create content I need to be look at the camera and speak to in front of it, so I can be confident in front of myself. So it really comes down to two things, right? 80% of your results come from the 20% of your efforts. You write down a goal, you have 10 tasks, you can choose 2 tasks that are worth 80% of the results, you give 20% of your efforts, and you get it. You just need to rearrange your task for the rewards or the results, whatever, for the rewards or results that you need, that you want to get. Alright, after you have gotten those, after you have rearranged those tasks from highest to lowest ROI on time and energy, time and energy and results and rewards. Alright, if these tasks are totally insane, then you need to do those tasks that are at the top 2 or top 3. You need to focus on these tasks. So that's the only source that many people tell you that You should be focused on 20% of your effort should bring you to 80% of the goals. But how do you get it? Now I told you how can you easily achieve it. Just make a goal, divide it into task. Out of the 10 tasks, if you have 10 tasks, rearrange them from highest to lowest. ROI on rewards, results, time and energy. After you have done this, focus on these tasks and you will easily get 80% of the results. And also one thing, you this is the first thing, you can be really productive. You can really say that you are being productive because you have achieved 80% of the results of the day. You can say that I am being productive, and from the other person's perspective, it will also look like that you are being actually productive by following this 80% 80-20 rule. That's one of the main things that you need to do, right? 80-20 rule, you're actually being productive. And the second way that you can actually also being productive is that picking something that has some niches of it. Just like content creation, it is divided into many things: video editing, thumbnail designing, graphic designing, how to speak in front of camera, script writing, content writing, many more. There are many skills. So when you focus on creating content, you're eventually learning about the sales, marketing, speaking in front of the camera, script writing, copywriting, many skills that you need. And I can say this very loud and clear. This is the truth in the last 5 years, that if you learn content creation, you are literally going to learn all these skills fast. If I compare myself to a video editor who has been doing video for a year, but if I start my video editing, personal brand or content creation, then I'm going to improve much faster than him, because I just started creating content. Now I know about sales. That man who has been creating content does not know about sales and any other. He may be good at video editing, but I am also having other skills that I need, because creating content is my main skill. Alright, creating content is the main skill, and you need to have second main skill that supports it, like video editing can be your skill, or marketing can be your skill, or your agency can be your skill, many other things. Mainly what people do is freelancing or run their agency. They don't do anything else except that. These are the only two things, or sell courses. That's it. Mainly they do freelancing. Alright, on freelancing they do one-on-one coaching, and agency they provide services like 15 days script, 30 days providing LinkedIn scripts like this, video editing. All you need to do is just record the video and they will do everything else. And third one is courses. These are the only three ways that you are these are the only three ways that people earn or took their business, make money in social media. And I don't think there is any other way, because that's the most knowledge I have right now about this topic. So just focus on, if you really want to be productive, follow the 80-20 rule. Alright, follow 80-20 rule. Create a goal, break down into tasks, rearrange them from highest to lowest. ROI on the terms of reward, results, energy and time. And focus on the main two things that are is gonna likelihood achieve your 80% of the results by only pouring out 20% of your efforts. And the second thing is, choose a niche. Choose something, like choose a skill that has many other skills, for example content creation. So that's it in today's video. So I just told you on the secret sauce that many people tell you but don't tell you how to implement it. So this video covers 80-20 rule and how to be really productive and choose a skill that really has some niches of it. So that was the video. Bye bye.